All right, so if you're an entrepreneur, you got a business, it's operating right now, it's making you some money, you got a list of customers, and you want to bolt on a personal media empire onto this infrastructure, that's a great idea. I fully support that. That is going to be one of the highest leverage activities you can do to take your business from where it is to where you want it to be. If you want to 10x your business over the next 5 years, the goal should be to build a media empire underneath of that machine. So here's the very first step I would recommend that you take. And this is what we did at Escape Climbing when we started realizing the power of translating the audience that we had on social media to downstream dollars in the bank. So the very first thing I would do before worrying about the social media platforms, that's down the road. The first thing I would do is build out your own media. So the way I think about the funnel is the top of the funnel, we put out temporary content. This is the awareness-based content that we'd put on Instagram, on TikTok. This is, we put it out there. It's gonna disappear within the next week. Nobody's ever gonna see it again. So we have to stay on that grind, that flywheel. We just gotta keep putting it out there. The benefit of this is you could put out a piece of content that gets seen by 1 billion people. Huzzah, that's awareness, right? Now we have new eyeballs on us. But the eyeballs aren't money. Likes aren't cash. We have to translate those eyeballs into people going down the funnel. The next stage of the funnel is our evergreen content. This is where they go to build consideration. It's one thing to see a 60-second TikTok. It's another thing to go watch a 60-minute podcast with that person going deep and expounding on their views, their values, their tactics, their strategies, and getting value from that, right? So that drives them down the funnel from temporary content down to evergreen content. That's going to be your podcast, your books, your YouTube videos. Boom. Next is it drives after they've sat with you for an hour, like after you listen to this podcast, I'm going to say if you want more of this, if you want to get behind the scenes access, you should go to anthonyvicino.com/newsletter. Sign up for the Hyper-Focused Entrepreneur newsletter, right? We have 26,000 entrepreneurs getting weekly tips delivered to their inbox every week. Boom. So now I have a way of capturing your information. Right now, you're just a viewer. You're just an anonymous person lurking in the weeds. I don't know who you are, you weirdo. Come out of the dark. Come say hi, right? Come say hi by signing up for the newsletter so I can get your information. And now I have the ability to reach out to you on my terms. Because when I make a video like this, I can't make sure that you see it. YouTube decides that. When I put out a piece of temporary content, Instagram decides who gets to see it, not me. But if you sign up for my email list, I get to send you an email because you gave me permission to, and it's more likely that you're going to engage and potentially buy from me in the future. Now, I'm laying out this funnel so that you can understand the way that you start building this is actually from the bottom up. You don't go and start making content for Instagram and for YouTube. You go by building your email list very first, because that's the bottom of the bucket. It doesn't do us any good if we just start driving leads in from the top of the funnel and then they fall out the bottom because we don't have a way of capturing them, right? So what we did at Escape is that we had been assembling a client list for a number of years because we had all of the information from customers. Every time they would buy something, they would enter their email address in there. So we had this massive list of past customers that we had never done anything with. We had never sent them a single email. And what I want you to do is I want you to go collect all your past customers, that list, get their emails, put them into a list, and then I want you to send them an email today. Here's what that email is going to say. The email is not just a promotional coupon. It's not, hey, here's the new thing, get 15% off, go buy this thing. Nobody likes that. It's low value. And if you're emailing them from a business, there's already a high likelihood that they just see you as promoting yourself. And so what you want to do is you want to tell stories and you want to add value that then incentivize and make people want to buy the thing. So the very first email that I would send is a case study. The case study is, hey, I want to share a story with you. This is Susan. We've been working with Susan, or Susan came in and bought this thing. She had this problem, and she was struggling with this, that, the other thing. We talked with her to figure out this game plan of what would work best for her, and we decided that this, and this, and this. Well, over the last 6 months, this has happened as a result of this thing. And I wanted to share that with you guys because the reason that we do XYZ at Acme Corp is because we want to help people transform XYZ, right? And so this is really cool. Congratulations, Susan. If you're interested in learning how Susan did this, you can sign up here. You can check it out right at this, click at this link. You could even say, hey, you're going to get a 10% discount if you use Susan at checkout, right? You could do all sorts of interesting things. But the point is to start by telling stories about the people that are already benefiting from your product and why you do the things that you do. Here's a bonus tip. If you want people to like you, then you have to give them a reason to. You have to give them an opportunity to get to know you. And if you have a business with multiple employees, chances are they don't know who you are. They don't know who your employees are, right? Can you name one employee at Apple? Maybe Tim Cook. Okay, name two. Name somebody not in the executive suite, somebody that you personally don't know, like your best friend, right? Name somebody that you've ever had an interaction with at Apple. You probably can't, right? So what we did at Escape is every time we would send out an email, we would frame it either as a customer win and say, hey, look at this customer spotlight. This guy, he was stuck at home during COVID. During lockdown, he decided he was going to build a rock climbing wall in his backyard for his 5-year-old kid. So he came in and we consulted and we figured out that he had space for a wall like this. And originally he was thinking he was going to build it like this, but here's why that's a bad idea. Here's how we saved him. Now, the next problem that he had was he needed the materials. So he needed a wall, he needed to drill the holes, he needed to get the T-nuts in it, and that can be a real big headache. That's why we created this product, actually. It's pre-made panels that already have the holes drilled, it already has the T-nuts in it, and then the holes that come along with it. So you just click one button, everything delivers to your door. Boom. Now, next thing was he needed instructions on how to actually build the thing. So we created this resource. We created this video over on YouTube where we literally go to his house and we help him build it. So that if you want to build something similar to Tim in lockdown, here's exactly everything you need. Here's the product you need. Here's the video that'll show you how to install it, right? So we would send those videos out, or we would send a video just highlighting one of our employees. This is Chase. You don't know Chase, but Chase is responsible for all of your happiness. When you order from us, Chase is the reason that the hold arrives at your door the next day. Chase is the reason why this hold is built in this way and has this certain level of quality that you can be assured of. Chase is the reason that we can say with 100% certainty that this hold is going to last for a lifetime because he did this testing and this testing and this testing. And we know that Chase is going to, you're never going to think about Chase again, right? But Chase is thinking about you every single day. And then we show a picture of Chase. And we show a picture of Chase doing the things, right? So you're giving people a reason to see behind the scenes. And maybe you don't have employees. Maybe it's just you like showing them, hey, here's the stuff that I do all along the way to show that I care, that you maybe never even thought about, right? So you're giving people a deeper look into the business. And that is the very first email that I want you to send to your customer list. If you've never sent an email, that is going to almost guaranteed instantly translate $2 in the bank, because they're going to go, oh, that's really cool. I haven't heard from these guys in a while. Let's see what they're doing. And they're going to go to your website. They're going to click around, maybe even buy something. Huzzah. After we sent our very first email, we sent one email, and within like 2 hours, we made $15,000. So we sent a lot more emails after that. So that is step one to building your personal media empire. Good luck. Godspeed.